And we ate lots of food, which we always do on vacation. Midweek Update. Welcome back, everyone. If you're new to our channel, my name's Patrick.
And I'm Patty.
This is Bess.
And this is Truman.
And we are Travels with Delaney. We are a RV channel. We've been going, we'll celebrate 7 years in June on YouTube. Whew. A little bit of everything related to RVing.
Yes.
So this is our weekly feature that we call our midweek update. I say weekly, we don't do it every week, but on a regular occasion.
Right.
And so for those of you returning, hopefully you had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yes, so far, yep.
We ended up just shutting it down.
Took a break.
We took a break.
Yeah.
Originally, I had planned to do a lot of posting on Instagram and Facebook, but honestly, I just needed a break.
It was just, we're just tired, overwhelmed. Yep. We had a lot going on with holidays and family and friends. And like everyone, that was our vacation. We just needed a break. So.
And I do apologize for anyone who wanted to get together. I know a lot of people had reached out. And our schedule was just so crazy.
We had so much going on. It was crazy.
Yeah, so we do apologize that we didn't get to see everybody. There was a lot of you that we wanted to get to see in Florida, and we just couldn't make it work for whatever reason. Time off that was, I think, really good for both of us.
Right. You just needed to, for mental, emotional, physical, you just needed some time just to be.
Yep. So we'll give you a quick, because it's been like a month, I think, since our last one. So we can't go through everything, but we'll give you a quick synopsis. Yeah. So when we last left, we were getting ready to head to Florida.
Yes.
We left on Friday night as soon as Patty got out of school, got to Lexington, Kentucky, to the Cracker Barrel. We've stayed multiple times, no issues.
No issues.
And the next day, unbelievably,
we drove all the way.
We drove all the way to Orlando because we went through Atlanta, I don't know.
So easy. Yeah. I can't remember what time it was.
Maybe 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
But we weren't sure because in Atlanta, if you've been through there, it can be nuts. Yeah. And it was so swift. I'm like, at one point I'm thinking, because we were really concerned about the new backup camera and trying to do some recording with that. And by the time we know it, we're cleared down by the airport, south side of Atlanta. I'm like, what?
And then I thought, oh, this is where it's going to end. Because usually, sometimes you think going in, it's going out. It's the problem. Nope, we kept going. And so at some point in the afternoon, I said to Patty, I'm like, we could make it all the way if we wanted to. But I said, I doubt Disney has a site.
Well, because it was kind of like going to be a weird situation because we were going to get where we wanted to be pretty early in the afternoon.
Right.
And then you couldn't get into Disney like super early. So we were only going to be we could get there in the morning time. Right. So we're like, what do? We were kind of like in the middle. So we're like, let's just go. And
luckily Disney did have a site. Yep. We ended up arriving about 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
A lot of money to spend to get in at 10 o'clock at night. But what it really did was it gave us a bonus day on Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve, all Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
To do what we wanted to do, but
yeah. So we slept in a little bit, and then we headed to Disney Springs. We had a bite of lunch, separated, did a little more Christmas shopping
for each other and others. Yeah.
Went back and got around, had family dinner at Columbia Restaurant with the family for Christmas Eve. It was very nice.
Salad and bread, yum.
Yeah.
I could just have that.
And then Christmas morning, Patty and I had our Christmas.
Yes, and then we had to go pick up our nephew.
Alex.
Yes.
And then he hung out with us for a couple days.
Yep.
And and then it was just like go, because
family came from Texas.
Yep, Aunt Priscilla, Uncle Dennis showed up on the 29th, and that's when we moved up to Fisherman's Cove. So that week we really just focused on them because number one, they drove a long way.
All that way.
Yeah, and we wanted to spend time with them.
Right.
Like we don't get to see them that often. Thankfully now with them having the RV, I think we'll see them a little bit more. But even them, we were getting up early in the morning, going out thrifting because one of our goals on this trip was
to build up some inventory for Patty Ann Fashion. We wanted to see what other Goodwills and other thrift stores had, and we found out rather quickly that Goodwills are kind of overpriced.
Yeah. Well, we thought they were high here, but they were high in the sense that they weren't bargains, but there was still some, as we'd say in the business world, meat on the bone.
Well, and around here in our area, they sometimes will say, okay, orange tickets, like the other day, half off.
Yeah.
They weren't doing that.
No.
And we have lately in our area racks where it's $1.49 for all the items. So I'm usually going to those racks, but they did not have that. I mean, we found a beautiful Zara dress. I think could be for a wedding or prom. It's real pretty purple, and it was regular price.
The tag on says it was $89.99,
yeah.
and we picked it up for $30.
Yeah.
Which we took a risk on it.
Right.
But
some of that, we decided, okay, we'll take a risk on some of that. But then we're like, okay, there's got to be other places. And we did. We found some really nice, like, church organizations, different kind of thrift stores.
Right.
And once we got away from Orlando a little bit, then we even found a lot more.
Yep.
And they had good prices, like everything in the store was $1 or whatever. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. So we did that like several days.
Yes.
Where we go out early in the morning, be back for lunchtime, and then hang out.
We could do something with Priscilla and Dennis. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that trip, I think we joked on the way home, we need a vacation from the vacation.
Absolutely.
And but no, it was a great Christmas. We had a wonderful time in Florida. Like I said, there were people we had planned to see that we just couldn't, like our friends Jeff and Lynn from Forest Ridge. We had planned to get together with them, and for different reasons, it just didn't work out. We were fortunate enough to get to see, Rick and Tony.
Yep. They flew, and they were their family trip to Florida. But yeah.
And thank you guys so much for dinner. We had a great time hanging out.
Fun.
And So yeah, that was kind of our 2 weeks, and it went by so quickly.
Yeah, and even though it was cooler temps there, it's all relative to us, because if it's 60, we're happy, So, but yeah, we had beautiful weather, some rainy days, but we made it work, and it was a good trip. Yeah.
And we ate lots of food, which we always do on vacation.
Yeah.
And I drank a lot of old fashions.
You sure did. I think we kind of like maybe 7 or 8.
At least.
I know Christmas Day you had a bunch, so because we were doing a video about it. So.
And you may have seen that video. We knew it wouldn't get a lot of views.
But we had fun doing it.
We had fun making it. And So, and I got to do it with my nephew.
Yeah.
And so, it was
serious.
Yeah. He did a great job. He came up with the scoring system.
He's the numbers guy. Yeah,
he's the numbers guy.
He's all about numbers.
So we did get to do that. But I'll tell you what was, just real quickly, what was maybe your favorite meal?
Favorite meal?
Yeah.
I'd have to go with Art Smith.
At Disney Springs.
Yes. I love their drink. And now over the years, why didn't we think about this? We're actually trying to make it, and Patrick made it for me for my birthday, but it's called, I think, an
Florida
Orange Crush.
Yeah.
It has orange juice in it and all this other goodies. And and the food there is just amazing. Their fried chicken with honey, it's just yum.
Yeah.
Yum.
That was good. And I think, we just ate so many good meals.
Well, and I can also think of the burgers at Steakhouse 71.
Steakhouse 71 cheeseburgers were amazing.
But they were amazing.
Yeah. But off property, like that Bella Italia Restaurante that we went to for New Year's Eve. Oh my gosh.
That was good.
That was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So lots of good food on that trip.
Of course, you get your twisty treat in there.
Well, we did eat at Twisty Treat.
You kept saying the truck was taking you to Twisty Treat.
I don't know. The truck just always wanted to turn into Twisty. For those of you not familiar with Twisty Treats, they're these little buildings in the shape of an ice cream cone, and they sell soft serve ice cream. I just really like it because it's really creamy ice cream. So.
Well, and if you know anything about us, when we're out about traveling, we always look for Cabot items or Tillamook, like Tillamook veggie dip or Cabot.
10% yogurt.
10% yogurt, because it's like a dessert.
Yep.
And he's like, Publix let me down. But his uncle came through and found it at Winn-Dixie. We had to go
We loaded up with yogurt to bring back to Indiana.
I'm like, now look at the expiration date so that we know we can eat it. But it's like a dessert. I don't even want to know the calorie count for that. But that stuff is just like, with strawberries, it's like a little piece of heaven. So
So we ended up leaving on Friday night about 4:30. I think that was January 5th. We were able to get up to the Cracker Barrel in Perry, Georgia, where we spent the night.
Yep.
And then the next morning we started driving, and
we were watching the weather because here in Indiana they were having a minor snow issue, not big, but colder temps and snow, and we just knew getting the trailer, because we did this before, getting it up where we need to park it would be a bear if there was any snow down on the ground. So,
and they were calling for snow Saturday night into Sunday morning. Well, again, going home, no issues in Atlanta. We were making such good time that we decided to just come on home. And I think we got home about 9 o'clock.
Yeah, 9:30.
And the reason I didn't want to come home Saturday night originally was I didn't want to try to back the trailer up in the dark.
But we did it.
But it was like, if we wait till Sunday morning,
then we have the snow to
we
deal
have the
with.
snow with. So we did, and Patty did again a fabulous job of backing me in.
Well, and your backup camera, I don't know if that helped you.
It did. Well, it probably helped you too.
When I could see where I was walking, and then I learned to put my camera. If anybody saw me, it was kind of comical. My camera light shining down on me, and I'm like, "Can you see me now?" You know. And so,
the backup camera has like almost like a floodlight built in that you can turn on, and that did have. We really had no issues getting it up the driveway, and that ended up being the smart decision because the next morning we woke up to snow on the ground. In fact, Patty, after we were fully unhitched and we brought in the essentials Saturday night, she goes, "Why don't we take down the outdoor decorations before it starts snowing?"
Because it's such a pain when they're snowy or wet to get them dry. Because you don't want them to mold.
So
and
10:30 at night, we're out there taking down
It
decorations.
didn't take very long.
No.
And I think we needed some fresh air anyway from riding all day. So.
And then Sunday, I don't know that we had plans to do this.
Oh my gosh, I was so tired.
But not only did we get all the laundry caught up,
which was a bunch,
but we got all of the Christmas decorations inside taken down and put away.
Yes.
And so Monday morning we both had to go to work.
Yes.
But it was nice because we started then fresh, like knowing that we didn't have to come home and do a bunch of work.
Right. Right.
Yeah. And so now we both have a week under our belt, or at least a partial week.
Yeah, I've had a partial week because
you've had 2 snow days.
Yeah,
this
because
week.
Tuesday ended up being a snow day because it was icy and snowy and slippery, and it was just not good travel day. So they canceled us on that day, and then the big snowstorm Jerry came in and cold. My goodness!
And that's what we're dealing with. We're recording this on Sunday.
And they canceled Friday because they knew it was coming. So for safety of the bus drivers and the kids that drive, my goodness, because it did come about noon. The snow started falling, and then it was a mess, and it's been really cold. And man, goodness, yesterday some of those roads we just tried to go to town, the wind was blowing the snow. Yeah. It was probably impassable last night. You probably couldn't even get through. So yeah.
Yep. So now we're ready to start the week 2, which will actually be my week 1 in terms of classes.
Week
and
2.
The big thing now is you won't see it probably, but
we have lots of merchandise.
We have so much merchandise from not only Florida, but we were also thrifting this week.
Yes.
And
I got to thrift on my birthday. Woo.
Yeah.
And we found some goodies, and we're going to just try. I got everything. I like to, I don't know, I keep watching others. Maybe they don't, but I figured when you buy stuff, you got to kind of wash it up, clean it up, dry clean it up.
Steam it.
So, and like lint roll it and all this stuff and make sure it's all clean before we
list it.
Yeah, take pictures and list it and all that stuff. So, yeah. So we're just trying to figure out what to do with all the merchandise now and how to get it going. So.
And if you didn't know, Patty has her own channel now, Patty Ann Fashion on YouTube. And also Instagram and Facebook.
I don't know how entertaining it is because I'm still getting used to being on camera.
By yourself?
By myself. I still think podcasts are easier.
They are easier. But
I can do jibber
You're
jabber.
doing good. You're doing good. So anyway, that kind of brings you the quick Cliff Note version since the last time we saw everybody.
Yep.
And
yep.
So, all right. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us for a few minutes, and we'll see you in another week or two, and continue to update you on what's going on. And until next time, everybody, we'll see you
on down the road.
Bye.
Travels with Delaney. We'll see you on down the road.